In this training class, intermittently, we will go over bonus activities. And our first bonus activity is the shortcut. And the shortcut we'll be using is Control Shift and N. This is a bonus shortcut that wasn't mentioned previously, but it allows you to create a new folder. So let's get started. For instance, if I wanted to create a new folder on my desktop, usually I will right click with my mouse. I will go down to New and select the option for folder. And I have my new folder here. But what I want to do is skip some of those steps and make a new folder in essentially one step. So the shortcut to create a new folder is Control Shift and N. Just like that, I created a new folder. So it saved me a few seconds, but if you're organizing on your computer or on your PC and you find yourself creating folders a lot, that shortcut can be a lifesaver. It can really save a lot of time. Now we see I have a new folder number 2 and the new folder number 1. Another shortcut that we just learned was the F2 key. So if I highlight this folder and press F2 on my keyboard, we see this text highlighted, and I can change it to, let's say, section 1. So not only have I used my shortcut to create the new folder, but I use a different shortcut, the F2 key, to rename the folder as well. Our usual way of renaming would be to right click on this shortcut folder and go down to rename. That's essentially how you would do it. But now we know our shortcut, we can rename it just by clicking on the F2 key. Now, if you're using a notebook computer, some of the functions for your F2, if it doesn't work, you may have to also utilize the function key. And the function key may be located around where your control or alternate key is. And it's labeled F as in Frank and N as in Nancy. So if you hold down that function key and then press F2, that may work for you in case you have a multifunctional keyboard, which means some of the keys do more than one thing. Another shortcut key that we'll use will be our copy and paste functions, just to get comfortable with them. So if we look down at the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, we see a little magnifying glass. So we'll click on that and we can search for handy applications as well as documents and other information. So for this example, we'll just open our notepad by typing in notepad, and you'll see it come up here at the top. So we just click on that with our mouse. And this is just a program and a tool where you can type information. It doesn't have many features, but it's included with essentially all of the Windows operating systems that I know about. So I'll just say Jack and Jill went up a hill. Okay, that's what we're typing. And we want to make a copy of this complete sentence without typing it over again. So what we'll do is we will take our mouse and hold it down and highlight this whole sentence. We'll select Control C on our keyboard, press enter, and then we'll click on Control V to paste it. And here we can paste it as many times as we want, instead of having to rewrite this sentence over and over again. Now, another way to copy and paste, we'll highlight this again. You can go up, Edit, and click on Copy. You can also go back to Edit and click on Paste. So there's more than one way to do this. You can also right click with your mouse and you can paste there as well. So that's 3 different ways to copy and paste that we've seen. We can use our shortcut key, or we can go up to Edit. And what Edit does, it also gives you what? More shortcuts. So we see undo, Control Z there. Cut, which is another option, which is Control X. The difference between copying and cutting is cutting would actually move this information somewhere else. So say for instance, if I selected all of this, if I copied it, nothing happens. It stays in its original location. But if I select everything and then cut it, it's gone. It's no longer in the original location, but I can move it and paste it somewhere else. So that's the difference between cut and copy. So you can see various shortcuts on the side here as well. And in a lot of programs, if you'll notice, these extra symbols where it says Control plus and then letters or another symbol on your keyboard, all of those are shortcuts. So we have utilized our copy and paste shortcut. We have created a new folder with F2, well, new name for our folders with F2, and we've created a new folder by using Control, Shift, and N as well. There we go. So you all just try to slowly incorporate these shortcuts into your day-to-day actions. Like I stated in the previous slide, what I do when learning new shortcuts is I write them down on sticky notes and place them right on my monitor or my desk. And I try to actually use those and utilize those shortcuts until I commit them to memory, and then I learn some more.